I'll be exporting some of my beats from the past, specifically 2010. I'm not sure which episode this is. Last I left off, I was doing Slayer Pro fighting with Proteus VX, and I determined that using administrator privileges and loading the file in will actually let me see what's inside, like which thing it was using, so it'll retain its sort of preset. Anyway, hello world, this is JWP, J-Word Primo Beats, coming to you live from my bedroom. For around 20 years, I've been mixing and mastering music, rapping, songwriting, recently started singing, along with everything else that goes with music production, such as graphic design and editing, photo editing, video editing. And for around 15 years, I've been using SynthEdit to make my own audio plugin. Check out my website, JWPsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, you can find my GoFundMe by searching for JWP Fund. For business inquiries such as mixing, mastering, instrumentals, or custom plugin work, or to send support directly through PayPal, I can be reached at jwpmas@gmail.com. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever makes you click or appreciate. Right, done. So I got a bit of a cold, I think, like a sore throat or whatever. I'm not sure if it's going to develop right into a full-blown cold, so I will be chewing a fisherman's friend name drop, just a lozenge or whatever to help keep me from coughing and stuff. It's just kicking in now at the original flavor, which isn't very tasty, but I mean, not a big fan of sugars or sweeteners. I just can't have them. Not diabetic or anything, just trying to avoid them. Anyway, final last of the five. I was looking at Slayer Pro, which got done by the Whim. Let's actually give that a listen because I can't remember what that sounded like. VLC, I guess. That definitely can use some rebalancing. Oh, did I just close that? I really just did that, eh? So now I gotta reopen it. I have a batch file that triggers the locations for everything I need, which is final 2010, search all, and 2010. Okay, so 2010 over here, and then final on this side, and then the search all. This goes right in the middle. And then FL10, I want 2010, and it's going to Slay. Finished off there last time. And all this gibberish files here. Sli bass, SLI bass. So it's probably slide bass, I think, probably. He's looking for some global jumps. I do have KB6 completely loaded in my machine now. I updated everything as much as I could. There's a lot of duplicates, which is really disappointing. Is this good? Yeah, so that's good. Let's look at all of them, I guess. What kind of, is it like a preloaded file? It's not too bad. I guess it knows like the locations are there, so. Slip base. Oh. At least some stars like styling there, I guess, but it's kind of goofy. It's definitely a goofy bit. Wow. Okay, let's get that zipped here. Can I don't think I can export at the same time, so let's do some packing here. I think there's two versions of that, right? Send to concept compressed file and versions. It's still zipping. It's got a nice lineup of beats next. It looks like there's a workflow file there. So keep me happy for the day. It's actually lunchtime for me. So it was coming. I mean, I'll finish this one up and then I'll go eat lunch. Of course, my mouth tastes like mint now, so I might ruin lunch a little bit. Okay, so that's zipped. And I'll pop over here. Of course, got all those wonderful samples. Toss that under. Head back out here and do an export like this. Right down. That one's done and all packed. Kind of sticks in the head a little bit. It's catchy. My bad. Should be a little more repaired now. So I still can't hear it. Still can't hear it. It's not connected to this computer. Says it is. Okay, of course it's gonna be all weird again. I gotta redo everything. It's still there. This is still there. Maybe this isn't outputting? It says it's outputting. Is it doing that thing again where my headphones don't no, because that should have worked. Oh, because I have it muted. Thought I was fixing it. It's looping back again. Still looping back. What the hell, man? Where is it looping back? Like, I thought I fixed that by setting my default to speaker. Would be. I don't understand where it's looping back here. B, headphones. B. I should hear it. It's still looping back. Like, what the hell? So this one maybe it needs refreshing. Okay, I think it was that one. Yeah, it was that one. Good to know for next time. Okay. troubleshoot. Okay, so this one's completely done. Crazy. What am I doing now? Moving on. Close that. It got exported, right? Yes. New window. And bring in next one. Slow guitar. Looks like everything is there. Looks like there's actually a piece like that got cancelled. This is here. Need some outputs. It's muted, maybe? It's just not there? The velocities are there. Okay, can you not? Weird. The insert is number 4, correct? Yeah. Patch 5. This is probably the same guitar. But I can hear that one, so why doesn't this one want to play? Internally it looks fine. Let's 0. Okay, so there it is. I don't know why it doesn't want to play through channel 4. Maybe channel 4 doesn't have an output. It's a peak controller, that's why it's turned off. Okay, so I think that's actually a wah. It's not actually a thing, like it never was an screwed up everything. Let's go back. It's chill track anyway. And then wait for it. Okay, and this guy has to come back over here. I was trying to figure out like why that was muted, but I guess it was never used. It was used as a peak controller, but it never really ended up controlling anything. Oh, excuse me. None. Oh, needs an output. And down F12. Cool. Okay, it's packing. Whilst it's packing, I can be packing over here. And then cut that. Pretty sure it grabbed everything because it took forever to pack. What is it using as a guitar? Oh, it's here. That's a really big sound font file, of course. It has to pack the whole sound font. And then build or export. Wave. I got heartburn all of a sudden. I think it's those lozenges. Because I didn't eat anything spicy. And my drink doesn't have anything like spicy. It's salty, but on to the next one, I suppose. Jump in here, head back up here. 10, no, that's. And then this. Slow-ish. Some direct wave. Dark piano. So I think this is like a stock instrument. Where's the kit? Okay. Those pianos are in fact stock instruments. So it's like one effect. Okay, so that's there. Let's listen. What's going on? Not even mastering channel. So make sure it's not peaking. Think it will. So whatever I'm doing to it is in fact changing it a little bit. So I might want to drop it down a little bit. Yeah. So down 3. Course. There's even an outro, but it just drops everything. It's not even the end. It's like just last chunk of the verse. Okay, so just some more rhythm. Chill tunes. I always imagine like video games. Like I could make a game out of all this stuff. It just really packs it really fast. Okay, so that's done. It's a chill tune. Then we'll pack that. Small riff. This. Why is slow guitar later? Oh, it was still exporting, I think. Oh, it's still exporting, in fact. Okay, so that's completely done. Did I export it? I don't think so. I did. Crazy. Okay, so that can be closed, and this other one is still going. What was? I guess there was like a lot of like wah-wah and stuff, so there's a lot of effects. What do you call it? It's even some automation. What am I looking for now? Next one. Small riff. Harmless FPC. It looks like an FPC kit. Some direct wave, which is fretless. Is it there? Needs an output. Okay, so that's a bass multi-band over here. This plugin open. No, not big meter. Not that one. 2025. Okay. Okay, and bring this back. Close that. And let's check it out. Just interesting. Okay, let's get that zipped. And then this is done. That can be closed. Head back here. It's still zipping. I need to do the packing. Small riff. This has 2 versions. That's done. Export. Wave. Okay, so first everything's done there. To the next one, which is after small riff comes smoke flow. Smoke floor. Smoke flow. Is it there? Outputs. It's there. Leading drum. Export zip. Export wave. Smooth flow. I don't know why. I think it's just actually smooth flow. Like some more flow. On to the next one. Still gotta put 2 in 2 hours 15 minutes. However, people might start. Ooh, what the hell? People might arriving for feedback. I don't know. Is there anything in my queue? Nothing. It's good. I gotta limit it though. So like, if I get like 3 feedbacks, that's all I'm gonna do for today. Because this is priority. That was crazy. Another reason I'm working on 10 is because the arpeggiator changed, which is really weird. I don't know how or why, but yeah, it changed. I think maybe it was just like the order of events. Maybe I didn't even think of that. So what was that, soft-ish? When was this, 2010? I don't even know where I was 2010. Okay, and then that's done. So it looks like a workflow file. Probably nothing in there, is there? No. So I don't know if I'll be... Oh, it's actually new tone. I think I'll actually be keeping this one. I gotta find which file I was looking for. Because it's actually the stuff. I have to go to cloud here, 5.4, 13.4. Because like the other editings were like sort of, how would you say, not really non-destructive, but just actually they were destructive. This is sort of non-destructive, so I gotta keep this. Excuse me. Wave data. It's at 2010. I think it was like the year before, right? And then this. And push to shove. And what is it I want? 5.4, 13.4. So I'll grab these as ZPA files 2 and 13.4 because those are for new tone, and then I'll put them in samples, I guess. SP short play. Push to shove. Okay. There. Look at that.
I love it when they show me love, but your haters go ahead. I love it when they show me love.
Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and I don't know if that's gonna zip with that. Like if New Tone has that ability to zip with things, and this is in fact workflow. Cameras on realize, Stacy editing. Okay, so did that like pack with it? It's under embryogenesis. Workflows. This Stacy editing. It looks like there's files in there. It did not. Okay. Oh, it did. Okay. So I want to see like how that reopens. Like if it does in fact just reopen. And then what I'll do is I will pull this out here. Just toss that right there. And then reopen. And I'll see if it actually supports just zip file. And yeah, it does. Crazy.
I love it when they show me love, but
Okay, and then I'll just put it back for no real reason. Just to keep it out of the way for now. And as well, just because I have KB6 locally, I'm not gonna like load up my location. Otherwise, it'll take a day or two for FL Studio to find what it's looking for, depending on like what it's looking for. Right? It'll always just look through everything every time, kind of thing, which is bad. SD drum. Sampletron. Oh no. Oh no, here we go with Sampletron. So this is going to be a bit of an issue. I don't know how well Sampletron's going to behave. Okay, so Sampletron's going to take like 15 minutes to cross-load. I might even be able to get it from the internet faster. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll let that run, and I'll move on to the next one. I'll go back for Sampletron. In fact, maybe I'll just keep like that window open, just so I remember. I'm sure I'll remember, but yeah. And then could not be found. F# wave. I think that's just like a file from Sampletron. So it should be fine. I don't even know if they're existing in the, like there's only one thing there. So Sampletron's there, but it's not triggered. It's just an FCC thing. I actually think that's I don't know if I should just ignore that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was copying something from Sampletron. That's what that is. But like 30 seconds of that over and over, I don't know. I guess so. Whatever. Get her done. Yep, it's fine. Let's go ahead and export that. Doesn't need Sampletron because Sampletron isn't doing anything really. It's not like it's going to abandon it anyway. It'll always kind of look for Sampletron. Plus, I'll have the original file. Oh, I need a mastering thing, right? So limiter. Let's grab the whole channel, I guess. Then grab that. I'll toss these guys back over here. Like parked it. I didn't know if that's what would happen. If you drop something like that, it'll end up like on the current channel you're selected. Okay, and then this can just be defaulted. And then close everything. And then okay. And I'll save that again. Yes, and then export it. Go, and then pack it. It's interesting I have 2 versions of that. Send to that. Just go versions. Cut and samples final. SD drums. Pastage. STDS. Oh, I gotta close this. I want to close it. I'm required to close it so that it remembers the last thing that was open in case something happens here. Sakura. Sampletron. Okay, so Sampletron's starting to make its presence known. Was it used though? Like last time it didn't even get used. It did get used. Okay. It looks like some sort of guitar or something. Whoa. The Mika Hayes? Oh, that's awful. Oh, it's missing like its rhythm, right? So I don't know. I don't know what it's missing. Do I wanna like, can I like right click? No. Right. So that'll just sit there for the next 11 minutes. And then I bet it's going to, we're going to start seeing a lot of Sampletron because it's ST, right? So I guess that's why Sampletron is making its presence known. STRDB. I sent in a track. Okay, I see it. Give me a second here to switch over. Sampletron is now installed. This is what it looks like. It looks awful. Looks like a broken down Mellotron. I don't think I can change like the way it looks, right? No. Okay, but it is not registered, unfortunately. I'm just gonna roll with it until it won't let me anymore, and then I'll register it because I know I'll use a key if I register it, and yeah. Anyway, so this ST drums guy looked at STDS. Was I looking at? That's the next one I'm moving on to. All right, look at that. It just load nicely and quickly. So yeah, it's trying to tell me to register, but no. Let's go. Okay, so that is sounding pretty creepy. Didn't I already do this? Is it still loaded? Okay, so file this over there. This replace with this. Okay, and okay. And then this isn't a thing. Let's grab this guy. I don't know why it turned itself on. That's interesting that it does that. Like if you copy a channel over, it doesn't actually remember the state of whether it's on or off or not. Okay, and then this is default. Get rid of all of those. Close everything. Give it a listen. Make some patterns in there. Clips. when Hope Flies on Death Wings started. I forgot 2010, I guess I was in the hospital? No, I wasn't there yet because it's like 2012, 2013 I was in the hospital. What a collapsed lung bugger. Okay, and then export wave. And then go ahead and pack that. ST this stuff. Send to compressed. Strings. Cut into the file. DS even. Crazy. Okay, so that's done. Close that. Save changes. What do you mean save changes? Did I just like open and close a window? No. Oop. I don't think I need to save changes, do I? Should be fine, right? Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's fine. But it keeps telling me save change. I think it's just something Sample Tank's doing. Like it's got some sort of automation in the background. Okay, and then string. Looks like str. This is probably like str 2010. I imagine there's multiple strs. Str. No, there's only one. Oh, that's strb. Okay, so there's no real other str. Sup. Israel Boulder? What's happening, Israel Boulder? Sup. Okay, so what happened again? It did that thing again? Let's just close it. I don't know. Hopefully it gets rid of that. Maybe it's loading something. I didn't even realize that. I think maybe STR is corrupt. What's happening with you though, Israel? You come through so for some feedback or come to hang out, or what's up with you today? Okay, it's time to crash FL because it's not responding. Come to hang. So I'm going through old beats from like 2010. I wouldn't say old beats. I'm going through my beats catalog from 2010, and that's what I'm doing. So things are liable to get weird, and that's what's happening. That's what I'm up to. How's it out there in the Twitch world? Anything else happening? Loading Independence. Anything awesome popping off on other streams? This one. You're gonna make me for every sample or what? Okay, good. Who else is running right now? I wonder. I gotta pay attention to my own stream though. Wait for it to respond. Watching some synth stuff. Was someone doing some modular synth action? Or you mean just like a piano? Okay, so that's popping. That's working. Go through these all one by one. I got the whole quartet here, eh? And there's only one thing. There's only one pattern. There's no patterns. What do I have loaded here? A couple drums. Was watching some modular synth design. That's always interesting. Someday, if they ever like make a digital modular synth, I'll probably be into it. But like having to repatch everything, this is not cool. I don't like that concept of like plugging. Okay, so what are you then? You're just like, after all that, I loaded all these instruments and then I just made one little loop. Okay. So I have to keep that. That's a thing. VCV rack is out there, but it's kind of ass. Yeah, and then there's Cherry Audio. I don't know if you know about Cherry Audio. And then there's another one. Another kind of VCV. It's like a open source VCV rack. Because VCV rack is proprietary, I think. And then someone like, I want my own VCV rack. And they made their own VCV rack. And then Yeah, Cherry Audio. I can't remember what Cherry Audio's is called. But I got theirs. Cherry Audio. Modular synthesis. Voltage modular, yeah. And apparently it's really good. It apparently loads better and faster and more reliable than VCV Rack. And of course there's like other ones too. Yo. 99.99. But when it was fresh, I got it on the fresh. And it was free. I got a whole bunch of modules with it. I just never got into it. But I mean, like, actually plugging, like, hardware synth, analog. Just having to patch like that manually is kind of brutal. That's it. Ridiculousness. Okay, let's make that 30 seconds at least. Another filler track. 45, yeah. Okay, and then export into zip. Just gonna export all that stuff just for that one little loop. And then wave. Do you have any modular synth yourself? Is that something you're into? Like, do you have FL Studio? Okay, on to the next one. I actually have to pack this one here. It looks like it evolved here. So maybe like this next one. Oh, because this is a continuation of something else. So I lied. Cut that and pack that in here. Done. On to the next one. Can I close this? I can. No, I have an MPC in FL. What kind of MPC? I'm actually looking at, I'm going to be getting a Live 3. I was waiting for Live 3 and then my money changed up, so now I gotta wait. I'm not really ready for it yet anyway, though, because I've done guitar, I've done piano, I've done drums, I've done, sequencing in FL Studio. It takes a lot of like commitment when it comes to instruments. As far as like guitar, you kind of got to practice. I mean, same with vocals. Like piano, you got to practice all the time to be good. OnePlus, okay. I was looking at the OnePlus. I kind of wanted the OnePlus, but like I said, I wasn't quite ready, right? I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. I think these are like waves, though. Like these are exports. I was looking at the OnePlus, and then I just wasn't ready. And then I was like, well, I want to get an MPC because I want to try a sampler, like opposed to, a guitar or piano, drums. I've never had a sampler where you just kind of like push a button. I mean, I've got the keyboard. I always use typing the keys. I wish FL just released hardware box, but Image Line. They've changed hands, right? The CEO of Image Line is actually the Native Instruments CEO now. So things might, which is kind of a bad sign, right? Because they made Machine, and Machine took a total nosedive and killed Native Instruments, and then Native Instruments had to get bought by some venture capitalist, and yeah, look at that guy. Perhaps, maybe. It's just a different game because FL Studio itself is written in Delphi, right? So I don't know what Aki Beats is written in, but they kind of designed it to be, from scratch to be that. I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. Where might you guys come from? Okay, so, but yeah, I hear you there. They do have like Fire and Launchpad and stuff that were kind of sidekicks, not really sidekicks, but things kind of made for FL. But I hear what you're saying. That's why I want an MPC, because it's kind of an all-in-one. I can just chill and make beats. But at the same time, I also want to have my work on the computer, I guess. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm actually into Cubase now. That's where I'm at. Okay, open with Notepad, because I just recently upgraded my Cubase to 14, so I don't need that dongle. And Cubase is amazing, in my opinion. FL Studio is great, and it's where I grew up. It's where I live. But Cubase is where I'm going. It's like moving out of the bungalow into a palace. Okay, so this is Vermoa. the 5D Vermoa, which I hear is Cubase. And I was doing some tracks in there. Just a little meditation thing. Let's use this window, and I want my downloads. I think everything's in downloads. It's already preloaded kind of thing. KB6, old archive, Vermoa, under the V. These are all drum kits. Did I kill my folders? I think I killed my folders. I'm thinking about going to Linux and getting Bitwig, but it's gonna make, it's gonna make a good producer. Yeah, they say gear and stuff isn't like the best thing, but it's all about workflow too. Vermoa what? Vermoa DRM. So it's really up to you. One of the considerations of moving to Linux is that you have to kind of be a computer programmer to really get around properly in Linux. So if you know how to do your shell batch and stuff, all that kind of stuff, you should be fine. But I mean, if you're not fluent, if you don't have like a computer science degree, you might have a bit of trouble. Old archive. Okay, so pull that out, and we're gonna head over to C. Samples. I guess I got rid of all my folders. Did I? I don't remember deleting them. I don't know where they went. I guess I did. Whatever. I guess I did. They were kind of twice as big, right? If you hold open folders and archives, you're kind of having a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So, Ooh. Did that work? Where'd it go? This? Yeah, okay, it worked. Okay, cool. Delete that. And then it says Cubase here. Let's look at my files here. Because it has chord track and you can like diatonically transpose things. I don't know if I really want to be playing my meditation track. Might as well. I made it, right? Let's suffer it out. Fair warning, hide your ears for the most part. It's just me like doing chants. But the thing is, you can take like the key and change it, and it'll change like everything in the whole place, right? So let's go C, D minor. Because it doesn't automatically update, no? Let's see. It doesn't look like it updated. I probably have to go through everything. What is this? Yeah, no, it didn't automatically update. So something to consider, I guess. I don't know how to make it do that. I'm still getting used to it, but it's quite the workstation. And they also have like a mobile version, which is called Cubasis. So it's pretty much similar to FL Studio Mobile, I guess. And then you bring it in, and yeah, I don't know. Still working it out, but I definitely want an MPC just for sampling, because MPC sampler is amazing and it's been around for forever, and yeah, that's where I want to be. Okay, so this is done. And close this and then reload it so it'll grab those drums. Close this. I just minimize that. Minimize this because it's nice to have a backup explorer. Let's bring this guy in. And there they are. No guarantee it's going to sound good. It's going to load. Look at that guy just wiggling away. Look at all that stuff. Why would I put reverb on my master channel? Okay, so that first compressor is toast. Gotta remember that, because when I migrate a channel... Oh, it didn't this time. Well, what happened with that last one? Load me this. Maybe I accidentally hit it? Okay, so what does this do? It's just a killer boost. But it was fine without it, right? Like, I didn't need that killer boost, because I probably just cooked my track using the limiter, right? Give me the zip. This is the current version. I might want to cook my track, though, because that's what was intended. It's It's so dark. But that's kind of like what Sample Tank brought out of me, or Sample Tank, Sampletron. Okay, give me the original again. This. And how cooked is it? Well, FL Studio Limiter is really good at making things. Okay. So yeah, it kind of does need to be cooked. So how cooked? What is that? Huh. Can I don't think I can copy between projects, right? I can? I can. Okay. Cooked. It's like because those choir awes really get pushed to the front. Yeah, like it's like. So, let's cook it. I gotta resave that. Export save as. I thought it was just turned off, but I guess when you drag and drop a full insert, it remembers the actual, how would you say, on-off state, right, of the insert. Okay, so that's done. It's already packed. It should be fine. I wonder if, like, because I re-exported it, and it didn't. I have to repack it, I think. Yeah, I have to repack it. And actually, I think I overlooked something earlier. Repacked SD drums, I think, right? So I gotta do that again. Okay, so this is versions. And then SD drums needs to be repacked because I saved over it previously. How am I doing for time? I still got about an hour and a half. Yeah. Version. So. Time for a cough drop. I don't know if you're still there. If you have any questions about FL Studio, I've been in it for 25 years. SD drum. SD drum? Is it in here? Yeah, because when I resaved it, it removed the archive, right? Done. I'm still here. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not the most exciting thing. I always feel like it's like archaeology. I'm going like back in time. Look up these ancient things. These ancient tracks, 2010. Okay, so that can be closed. Doesn't need to be saved. And so how do you like the MPC 1 Plus? Is it everything you dreamt of? I kind of didn't like that you had to plug it in. You have to plug it in, right? Like it doesn't have a battery. There's a couple things, the difference between live, the goods and the bads. The live is has a battery, has a speaker, and you can install like an external solid state drive, so you can like expand like the internal memory or the internal storage, right? However, it's expensive. It's like twice as much as MPC-1. MPC-1, its advantages are, yeah, it's not as expensive. I would say that it was, how would you say? The MPC Live is dated, but now that they've dropped the MPC Live 3, it looks pretty good. It's got an onboard microphone. I don't know if I'd ever use that, but that's pretty crazy. Okay, so back here, this is done. That's a really big insert. Then let's clear this out and bring in the mastering chain. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I got it the night and Live 3 came out. Honestly, feel dumb because of it. Well, I mean, don't feel dumb because of it. I mean, if you didn't have the cash flow for it, or if you feel like you prefer the 1 Plus, because I don't have like, I have a mobile setup, right? So I don't have a desk. Like I have a what's called a laptop desk or a lap desk. And I've been so mobile, like my life's so rocky that I don't really like desks anymore. I just have a laptop. And I won't, that's another reason I've moved away from hardware. And this is just the extent of my setup is this. Something like this. It's still good, but I wish I could have got it. I was also looking at the keys, and then I was like, but like I don't want a piano, right? And it's huge, like it's a massive piano. It's got a whole MPC hanging off it, and like yeah. Apparently they're gonna do a new X. So I mean, if you got your dollars together, you can do the MPC X. Right? They're gonna be redoing this guy next. This guy's the next one on the chopping block. Well, they did the special edition, or that's just what people are saying. I don't know. And this thing is absolutely huge. It's full on workstation, right? Like it's massive. That's not something you can just sit on with your lap on, like with it on your lap, right? That's a full on like it's like a big board. It's about the width of a big board. And by big board I mean like a mixing console, right? It's not something I'd ever get like if I had like a studio space, maybe, but it's not I don't really like Beats that much, the software. I prefer FL Studio or Cubase, right? Because Cubase, like I said, you can diatonically transpose things. And Beats is kind of crazy. Like I was sitting with Beats and working in it, and it's got like muting stuff and all these channels and programs, and it's just a different sort of way of doing things. Anyway, how am I doing this is the question. Because reverbs have to sit sort of, they're off. Why are they off? Are they on at all? They are not on. Okay, so those aren't a consideration then. Because they're not even on. Multiband is on. Glitch is off as well. Well, also there might be... Just realized they might be linked, right? I think I might have just killed the links by doing that. Volume envelope. Okay, so let's just cancel that. And I'm going to have to bring it in again. And I might have just killed like my automation links. So I got to do this a little strategically. STRDB16, right? And this is version 2010. STRDB16. STRDB. No, STRDB16. 16. Why is there only one version? How is that possible? Is this someone else's beat? What the hell? How is that? Maybe it's like string extended, and then I just called it 16? That sounds like something I would do. Right then. Okay, so this thing is just going crazy. Yeah, these are all off. That's on. Wave candy can go. What are you? A vector scope? Where? Right there. Doesn't sound very good. Okay, so I could probably kill that. Let's kill that. Compressor can go. I'll keep these guys. And then I'll bring in, excuse me, like chewing on a mint. I can just like, it's either that or me hacking. So, hacking and coughing. Let's bring in that. And I'll just migrate all this stuff here. This is my master chain. It's just really simple. It's not really doing a lot. It's just sort of checks and balances kind of thing. So that's the roll off, high-low roll off. Getting rid of any rumble and any excessive high end that it doesn't need to be there. And then after that, a tote, which is sort of rebalancing the track. So where's that going to go then? Should it be before glitch? I mean, it's fine wherever it is. It's That's the thing about these, is they're pretty transparent. They can be almost anywhere, really. I just got to be careful not to kill my links. Okay, so I'm just going to drop these as I migrate them. And then Maximus is the de-esser, so our de-harsher. It's really a de-esser, but I'm using it as a de-harsher. I don't like de-harshers. It's new to me. And then where does that sit? That sits after the compressor? So the master compressor is the original, and then I just have Ozone doing the dithering. So Ozone really isn't doing anything either. It's just it's there for the dithering. The maximizer is there. It's just true peak, I guess. It's not even on. But yeah, it's just dithering. That's all Ozone's doing. It shouldn't be touching anything that's the original compressor's job. See, I'm trying to remaster old tracks without compromising the crap that I used to do, but still like touching things up where things absolutely need to be touched up, like de-essing and roll off and yeah, dithering. Okay, so let's give that a listen. That's so goofy. Nothing's really moving. Okay, so that's just part of like the chorus, or it happens again for the end of the verse. It's so goofy. Okay, zip that. It's another one of those goofy things that's kind of like catchy. I guess you could go with that. Shine a good light on it. Okay, go. So that's done. It needs to be packed. How many versions? Just one. It's weird that it's like, this is version 16, but there was never like a version 1. So do I just leave it 16? That's just its name now. That's so messed up. Another mystery. Okay, so string hip is actually a track. So this is going to be a bit of a headache. String hip 6, 10, 15, yeah, 43. And I'm going to have to dig out the audio for it. How am I doing for time? I still have lots of time. Trying to duck out when the going gets tough. Okay, so I need everything. 14Y, ST theme, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if this is the final. It's strange that this album, was it dropped 2012? It must have been 2012 or 2010. I don't know. Everything's in 2010, so no. I gotta go fish out all this stuff. Right. Now, gotta go to the cloud, to the cloud. And then dig in where? Music production? Wave data. 2009. The album. The audio. Okay, so I only need specific ones here. Stacy 5.3 and 14.3Y. Stacy 5.3, this, and 14.3Y. 14.3Y, okay. Migrating. I require another Explorer window. Here. Stick it in here. I actually have pushed the shove already, so different tracks. Now I want SDE 23. I'll come back to that. JUL2 and B3. L2 and B3, L2, B3, L2 and B3. Oops. What? What? That one. That one, Explorer. And L1, B3. L1? L2. L2, B3. Just a bunch of data there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might as well just save it for, what's it called? I always forget that in Word. It starts with a P. Prosperity. Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a terrible crunch for storage space. Cameron, L2B3. L2B3, sort of the same numbers, eh? Must have been like the processing state because I was like cleaning things up. So that's going to take a little while. I got to wait for it. Boring waiting game. It's nice as this is getting done. How big are the originals? Like, is there data there or are they clean? The originals are not wanting me to see. Boring. I don't know what it's doing. Is it like loading? I think it's stuck here. Okay, so I'm just going to say no. I need STE23. I guess I could see it in the thing anyway. Where am I looking at? This? No. This. There. They are sort of loaded. There's not much in there though. If I start like migrating the other files, they'll bump into each other and that'll take longer. For both of them, I guess I can go look for STE23 as long as I keep my clipboard good. And this. I don't know which STE23 is, which one it is. Because it's migrating, it's slow, the cloud is busy. This STE23 somewhere. Sure is taking a while. How far is it moving? A megasecond? Like, they're big files. Why is it so slow? I should take a break. I feel like I keep looking at the clock and like wanting to stop. So maybe that's just a signal that I need a break. Any day now. Okay, so I'll start migrating this. Oh, not that though. I'll start migrating this and then I'm just gonna go for a quick break. Alright, I don't know what's seeing something on my screen that it's tripping me out. Okay, so things are migrated. For that much, I require the adlibs, which is number what? 23. Okay, so let's try some 23s here. There might only be one 23. There's one 23. Is there another 23? 22, 24. 19. 3. There's another 23. That's over the long 23. Okay, so I'll copy those over and I'll just toss them into samples. I'll play the waiting game again. Did I paste them twice? Cancel that. I didn't know I could do that. Paste twice. Okay, so it says, I don't know, looks like 5 minutes at the most. I gotta reload this anyway. So X that, and then I gotta check which one is which. I might have done that now, bugger. Too late. Too late. Okay, let's bring this, not that. Okay, loading. So I wonder if this is the final. It looks like the final because it has the editors in it. It's still migrating. They don't even show up until it's done. Oh, there they are. 5 seconds. So we figure out which is which here. So we'll start with the smaller one, I suppose. So that looks, I think it's this.
Say you weren't there with me.
So that's the one. So what's the other one then? The super long one.
It's on.
Resampling. What sample rate is it?
Say.
Okay, so that's like a beat, I guess. Okay, and then so let's get rid of the long one. Rename this STE23. And then I gotta reload. This is probably the, how would you say, square edit? Is there any more? That's right, I can look too. I didn't even think of that. STE, string hip, what? 50, yeah, there is more. So this is 2010. Okay, and then export, zip boof, zip file. This goes under workflow. This is string hip dash 2020. Okay. It's got to pack everything now. Did I have I been making exports? Okay, so that's not where I want to be. This just close that, I think. This I think I'll use this one. I don't think I have been. Do I want to? Not really. I have not been. Okay, so it's fine. Just like making exports of those specific tracks. Okay, on to the next one, so to speak. Is it done packing? It is, so I'm not making an export of that. Nor did I even make a master. Because I don't know which they are. It's already cut. Like there's no remastering those because they're pretty much in the market already, and yeah, no point in remastering those guys. The beats, yeah, but the tracks, no, because they're done. And I did as much. I did as much as I could. I will find. Come on. Why do you think they're corrupt? They're not corrupt. Is it just giving me the same one over and over? Y02? It is, eh? Okay, so try this one then. Yeah, it's fine with that. Okay. AIF. And then some Macarato. It's loading. Okay, and then let's close that. Let's say, look, it's doing anything. What is this? This is direct wave. I don't know why it's blue, but it is. Make sure they're all there. And independence. So drum kits. Ooh, okay, it's good. Okay, let's see. reverse. That's all that happened there. Not long enough. Interlude, prelude, story bits kind of thing. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and export that. Zip, SDR low, and exporting, packing, export the wave, and then packing in the back. Subject is next. It's only one file. It's cut. Str low. Paste. Paste. Okay. And then close that and bring in a new one. And this is called subjects. I didn't know Silhouette was like, I started Silhouette before the camera's on SP. So it looks like this is where pattern started. No, don't record. Stop. Then give me an output. EQ is doing nothing, just fine. Why is there sense? There's sends, but there's 25. It's done. This is kind of what it does. As long as not enough. Right then. Final save. Export wave. Subject part 3. So pack. Versions. Cut. Toss them in there. Why isn't anything being packed with it? These are all synths? Crazy. So that one's done. On to sweep drum. Or sweet drum. 15 versions. I think this is a Silhouette track. Pretty sure it is. Oof. I think I know which one it is too. Is an output. Where I thought it was. Master channel. Big difference. It's interesting to hear this. Best of my best kind of thing. Or not zip, wave. Not MP3, wave. Okay, and then get that packed. Is that the only one? Sweep drum 15. Yes. Okay. Oh, I gotta pack it. What kind of file is that? Nice light file. Right on. What is that called? Because that has a name. All the Silhouette tracks were named Versions. Versions. CIOS, SIOS. And I gotta go look for it now. Let's see here. Which one do I want to use? This one. Music. Primo beats. No. Guess those don't exist there. Back up. Primo beats. Albums. So what was that called? Respiration? Is that what that is? Yep. So that's called Respiration. Where is that? In the final? Brackets. Cut that. Paste it. Is it in there? Yep. Done. Do not save. And then on to the next one. Okay, and then this. 223. Where's 21? SY? SY2. SY2 comes from 2007 and then again 2008. Okay, so this is 2010 version. 2.4. Really? Is it corrupt? Corrupt file? Oh, not 2025. Close this. And then try again. It's a corrupt file, I think. That sucks. It's got a tempo. 214. Okay, so I don't know what's up with that. Let's try 2.3. Got jammed while saving. Okay, so that works. It's got everything, looks like. Needs an output. And that's using. Okay, so that's Senif part 2. I don't know if this is part 2 though. This might be part 1. It says 2, so we'll call it 2. Senif part 2. Let's get the master channel in there. Okay. Master channel there. And drop that. And then. Oof. It's working. Does not need to be on this. As usual, go chorus versus chorus. no, there's no real evolution there. So we'll go export zip. Save. Is it all sent? Yeah, okay, so it's all kind of all there. Right. And then the wave. Push and done, and give me the versions. I'm not going to drop the last one, I'll just keep it. The name is there anyway, and I forgot to put the date. Versions, yes. Cut, head back over here. And I'll say Zenith, and then this is, oh, I need brackets. So I'm pretty sure the name comes first and then the year. Okay. Down, and I probably lost my cut, like my clipboard. Is that how it goes? Year last, name first, year last? Yeah. Okay, so cut this again and toss it in here. Okay, and then that's done. On to the next one, which is SynBABO. Synth bass something, bow bass maybe. Okay, this is hop and skip, I believe. Or this is techno trance dance, and it doesn't have the things of speech sense. I don't like how FL Studio did that. It just like you generate speech and then it throws it in the thing. So this is like techno trance dance. What am I gonna do here? Do I really want to redo all these? I thought I looked at this though. Just thinking like if I did this already somewhere. I'm sure I did. Just gonna have to redo it. Just the question is, do I want to redo it right now? I feel like it was probably better without them. So I'm just gonna pack it as is. Just make sure everything else is there. Oh, it needs an output. It's using Soundgoodizer. Is this a new version? Maybe that's where I'm thinking. Yeah, it is. Okay, so there was an older version. BABO 2009, and then whoa. No, give me this list. BABO. So I can in fact go pull these from somewhere. 2009, BABO 23. I don't know if I worked them though. SY, BABO. I did not. So what does that sound like then? Did I not? Yeah, I just did. Okay. So this is the 2010 version, which hasn't really probably changed very much. Looks like it's got Soundgoodizer. And then we're going to go export. Actually, I got to put the master channel in first. And then maybe when I get to redoing Techno Trance Dance, I'll rebuild it. It's going to be difficult though. Okay, so let's go. is a different consideration. It also has evolutions, so it has to be 4 minutes. Okay. Did I name it in this one? Did not, eh? Let's name it now, I guess. It's called Pleasure. That's too many hyphens. Okay, and then back to 2010. This is the 2010 version. Actually, I don't think I needed to copy that. Let's get the wave out. Master channel is there, right? And then packet, there's only one file. I don't even know which version was used as the final cut. Okay, if I went back to 2010. Okay, and then on to the next one. That's gonna take a minute. Synth bass, so it looks like it's all completely here. Is there a late look? I have different versions. DT. Synth bass. Got all these weirdo numbers. No, that's the only version. There's like another edition, but this is the only version. DT. I'm pretty sure that means like workflow. 11 DT. Since that's DT. 2. Why do I have 2 DTs here? I have DT and then DT underscore 2. Where does DT come from? Oh, 9. Bounce bend. What does DT mean? It's the latest version though, right? Like it's later than the other ones? Dance trance? Maybe this is like the mastered version, I guess? It's like a year, almost like 4 months later. Oh, actually, this doesn't belong in here. This is from 2010. Or these don't belong in here. They're from 2014. What the hell is going on? I think it was just like a hiccup in the system. I don't understand why 2014 is in here. I'll just export this and pack them as is. A little bit of inconsistency in the name or the date. It's fine. Put that in. Just a warning I could ignore. Drop this. And then play back. That needs an output. No evolution really, but it was meant to be this way, so it has to be like this. This is a different consideration. Okay, and then 196 is crazy. Zip loop pack. Oh, I need to name that, right? Did I do that with the last silhouette? Where did my final folder go? Bugger. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this into my final folder. Okay, so I did name those properly. Did I pack it? I did. What is this? Bass bounce bend? Bounce band? I thought it was called bounce bend. says banned. Dash bounce banned 2010. Then I need to name that file. I don't think I should disturb that. Bounce banned. Disturb the file while it's being processed, like if I try to rename it and grab that chunk out of it. And this can be packed. Actually, all of this can be packed. Is this in fact the same track? I have to double check that. FL Studio keeps opening on like minimized. Not minimized, but downsized. Max restored, because they call it. Okay, what is this then? This looks like a different track. Probably a good thing I looked. Yeah, this is a different track, and it's also missing a part. What's up with that? Is it muted? Synbase. Synbase 12DT. Yes, this is a completely different track. This is actually called something else. Midnight something or something. Okay, this is Strat OpenAV. Let's go ahead and go get it. Fender Strat OpenAV. Okay, that's fine. They're probably all like that. Wasn't the one. Strat AV. Also needs to be here. Solo AV. What? Ouch. Okay, solo AV. Guitar action. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Again, I can't mess with this same. I wonder what this one is called. Of course I closed my silhouette location to just the only version of this in base 12. Oh, there's this dance version. When was this from? 09. Symbase 12. Nostril coming through. What's good, brother? What's happening, Nostril? So this is actually my regular channel. I'm running my regular channel through my gaming channel so I can get some hours in. Finally able to catch one of your streams. How's that? We are playing like Dead by Daylight right now, right? I think last time I looked, I can't remember what you were playing. But yeah, this is my music channel. I'm running it through my gaming channel. Okay, so these are like the same thing. So these are all like my beats from the past. This is like 2010. I'm going through all my old stuff and pushing it out. I'm gonna get it in the market. Yeah, soft clipper. That doesn't need to be there if I got Maximus here. Yeah, that ain't doing nothing. I'll leave it on anyway, just for the smell of it. But what's happening with you, Nostril? You're gonna be streaming today? I usually game on the weekends, right? So yeah. Okay, let's move this around, and then I want to bring this guy in first. That's my low-end, high-end roll-off. And then this is my repair, my automatic repair. Okay. Oh, what is it doing? Why is it being weird? Whatever. And then I want my de-esser. where? After my compressor, right? So deesser after the, no, it's, yeah, after the compressor. Okay, so deesser after compressor, and then ozone very last for dithering, so I can move all this stuff up. When EQO is actually supposed to be like way up here, I think. I was putting it before my correction guy. And then ozone, which is just dithering. Of course, it takes half hour to load. I was playing Soma. It's cool. Fun experience for the most part. No stream during weekends. I can only stream weekends right now, sadly. Yeah, I only stream weekends. I only stream on Saturday. I'm actually finishing up Arena, and I'm looking to decide what I'm going to play next. I wanted something like provocative and modern. And now I'm thinking, like, I was thinking Starfield. But, like, I read that Starfield is really, like, tame and prude. Like, the costumes and stuff aren't very revealing. And apparently it's, I don't know, not a lot of good news about it. And then the opposite side, I was thinking, like, Castlevania or just something normal. But I'm really kind of sick of, like, medieval. So I think I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto. I think I'm going to open up on a chapter in Grand Theft Auto. And I'll probably just run through the main story. Oh, Skyrim, something like that. Bayonetta, I was watching you play Bayonetta, and it wasn't really for me, I don't think. I want something like provocative, because it's like, I don't know, it's too fantastical. I want something a little more urban, a little more realistic, a little sexy. I know Bayonetta's quite sexy, but it's not doing it for me. And I feel like Grand Theft Auto is the ticket. I was also considering that, like, I could do cloud gaming, because I was updating my graphics drivers, and it's like, hey, did you know there's cloud gaming? And I could do Doom through there, because I really wanted to do Doom Medieval, because that's very provocative, blood and gore and dragons and apparently like mechs. And it was like, yeah, I was really hoping for it, but my computer can't handle it because I got a GTX. And it requires at least the lowest level RTX for that live ray tracing. Sometimes it's, I get it, true, sometimes it can be a bit fantastical and campy rather than realistic. It's not specifically that, but it is a little bit beyond fantastical. One thing I really want to do that I eventually have to do is Final Fantasy VI, because in my books, that's like my favorite game ever. So... and my soul is kind of saying, well, if it's your favorite game ever, go play it again and see if it still is. But I know that, like, it's like the jokes are dated and it's very childish. It's something I'm leaning away from too. It's like childish stuff. But I am going to take a little break from like long-term gaming. Final Fantasy VI. Well, they've been like saying stuff about remaking it, and they might do for 2.5D. A lot of people are saying don't do 3D, don't do action RPG, be faithful to it and give it a 2.5D remake like Octa something Traveler. Apparently Octa something Traveler Octa Traveler has actually some extensions from Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, Octa Traveler. So they brought in like a little bit of Final Fantasy VI stuff. I seen it, brother. Yes. Octopath Traveler. And the people are really crying for this. In my opinion, I would really like to see a full-on 3D remake. But of course, that would take like 10 years, right? Because Final Fantasy VII remake, it took so long. I remember 10 years ago. But like, it would really be cool to see something like this. Like, I doubt they'll ever do it. But like, yeah, like this. If we're not gonna go full tilt, and I don't want 2.5D, it'd be cool to see something like that. Like that when this came out, when these screenshots came out, I totally thought that Final Fantasy VI was coming to Nintendo 64. So it's all give and take. But apparently it is like my favorite game ever because it's such a long game and it's got like an amazing soundtrack, and it's got a great story. It's just, it checks all the boxes for me, and it always has, but it hasn't aged well with me. And yeah, what's good? Who's this? Sixter, by the way. What's happening, Sixter? I was looking at playing this River City Girls because I got a license for this from Epic, and it's just a quick beat 'em up. So I was thinking about maybe jumping into this just to take a break from, still doing. Yeah, use the form in the title of the description, and I'll have a listen. It looks like someone else jumped into the line here. Chris, but didn't say anything. Sometimes people do that. They'll sign up for feedback and then, yeah. I've heard about that game, or maybe get confused with Skullgirls. So, River City Ransom. The River City Ransom was the original game for Nintendo. Yeah, no, I'm here. So okay, I'll let you know. Did you? Were you somewhere in the thing? I sent in, brother. Okay, so you were right there. You just now. But yeah, sometimes people will do that. They'll submit and not say anything. River City Ransom. After my tangent here, I'll get into these tracks. So River City Ransom was like a Nintendo game, and it was an awesome game because it was 2-player and it was a quick beat 'em up. It was kind of like, I wouldn't say the ugly brother of Double Dragon, because Double Dragon didn't look that good either, but it's very like mascot-y, and you can throw people and you can throw stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And River City Girls, so we were supposed to be saving our girlfriends. That's the whole point, right? And then River City Girls is kind of the opposite of that. So they're saving their boyfriends. That's kind of something I don't really like. Not the greatest thing I want to be thinking about. But if it's as good as, River City Ransom, I'll pick it up and I'll just swing through it. Hopefully I survive it longer than Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim pissed me right off. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick BRB and we'll get into some music feedback here. So then, guitars are in, right? What is this? Guitars are in. I can't remember what the funk I'm doing. I had to repair something. What do I need to repair? Oh, I gotta find the name of this track. That's what I'm doing. That's what he's doing. I'm pretty sure this is Midnight. Let's find out here. Pause, and then I'm pretty sure this one is Midnights. No, that's Midnight. Okay, so what is this then? Phased. It's not Lullaby. It's not Mandible. Midnights. Friction. Convenience. Stunner, maybe? Yeah, Stunner. Looks like my stream might have dropped. Stunner. Okay, so that is called Stunner. Export as zip loop pack dash Stunner dash, I need brackets, right? And then Stunner 2010. Is there another version? Synthbase 11. I don't think there is, eh? I looked at it already. Where does this go? Synthbase 11, 11, 11, 10, 2010. There's two different Synthbases though, right? Because there's bugger. Well, what's in this folder? 2010. Okay, so they're all in here. That means there only ever is a 2010 version. And then what I got, 09, 09, 09, 10. Yeah, so this is Stunner 2010. It does not need the 2010 suffix. Is that how we say that? Because this is the only version. Okay, so Does not need 2010 at the end. It's just SynBase 2010, 2011, blah, blah. Push. Push. Just push it. Okay, and then export the wave. Boom, bang, bang. Wait, how long is that? A minute. That's not bad. That's good. Okay, and then what? SynBase 11. Why doesn't it have the names? Because it's a different one. What the hell? I'll just add the names myself then. Tabernacle. Okay, and then pack it, and then that's a day, call it a day. Search all. Oh crap, that's fine. That's the wrong thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at this mess. And then send dance, send base, bing bang, bing bong. Now packing. Okay, and then I can start closing things. Close that. Close feedback. No save. Should I raid out? I can raid out, I guess. That's fine. This is underscore versions. I didn't even think to raid out. And then that goes in the final. And that's it, that's all. And I'm just gonna raid myself, he said. It's messed up. Quality streamer. Check out my website, JWPsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, you can find my GoFundMe by searching for JWP Fund. For business inquiries such as mixing, mastering, instrumentals, or custom plugin work, or to send support directly through PayPal, I can be reached at jwpmas@gmail.com. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever makes you click are appreciated.